In this video, I want to share with you kind of where I've been and what I've been doing for the last few weeks, because if you're on this channel and you've been watching me for the last little bit, you know I have been trying to get as lean as possible for January 1st, 2026. And if you've been following along, I hope you know the advice that I've been giving on this channel has been helping you get to that physique. But now I want to update you on something that has been, changed for me, especially when it comes down to one of the big main pillars of fat loss. And it is changing my diet. And a lot of this, and the reason I'm making this video is because I want to talk about how you experiment to do things to get your body to the place that you want to be. And some people can call it yo-yo dieting if you're trying keto, carnivore, fasting, whatever it might be. Yo-yo dieting occurs when you bounce back and you get to that point. But I've been kind of plateaued. A few weeks ago, I felt very plateaued, and I didn't really change my weight. And I was eating lower calories. I was eating 2,300 calories, and I was feeling, craving. Like I was craving a lot of bad foods, the foods that I don't want to eat. I was hitting my protein goals. I was hitting all my goals, but I was craving shit, and I was starting to snack a little bit more. And I just knew that something was up that I didn't like. And so the reason I'm making this video is because I've kind of changed how I'm looking at diet and protein specifically, and fats and on all these things. And the reason I'm doing this is mainly, partly is because of health, and partly because I still want to get shredded and I still want to see really sick results. And on this journey of getting really good results, it's going to take a long time to get, results that are going to be sustainable. And right now I've been sustaining, sub 190 pounds for a solid, month and a half. And I want to get lower. I want to get lower because I want to get leaner, because I want to perform better in triathlon, which is a sport I enjoy the most and the sport that I want to, take the most serious. And so being light will help, being a faster runner, being a better swimmer, and being a better cyclist. And just being lighter means you move faster. Just the way it is. It's just how the sport goes. I'm not trying to get disgustingly, like jockey, like a horse jockey fucking lean kind of guy, but like I'm trying to get leaner than I am. And I'm trying to get to that point by January 1st. And that's not to say that the journey ends on January 1st. It's just, I want to see how lean I can get to that point. And I've been tracking it, and you can track it on my Google Doc that's down below. And that's just something that I have wanted to do for a long time. I want to see some abs. I want to get an aesthetic physique, as we all do. We all want to look beautiful. We all want to look sexy, feel confident, and just like perform at our highest level. And this is something that I know I can do to help my performance, and also help my health, and destroy visceral fat, and make me feel more energetic and more wanting to become this athlete, this vision I have of myself, this aesthetic physique, this 2.5 version of myself that I want to become. So if you're similarly on this boat, and maybe you're seeing some plateaus, and we discuss things, changing your calories, decreasing it a little bit, maybe exercising more. So I've kind of completely revamped how I want to view my my goals. Okay. And that's not to say like I'm just like saying fuck it, let's just bulk and like just like be like a fat bitch and stuff like that. No, it's nothing like that. It's like I want to get leaner, but I want to see results more often, more frequently. And something that I did 6 months ago that I found consistently led to results, but it was kind of scary how like fast the results were coming. And that was like the sugar diet. And I don't know if you've ever heard about it, but it's about 6 months ago, got kind of popular, and it's basically just high carb, low fat. And that's kind of what I did for a little bit there. And I lost I saw like 8 pounds just like over a few weeks, which was nice. But I also didn't feel hungry. I didn't feel crazy. I felt energetic as fuck. And like I did kind of feel like a crackhead and like crazy in that sense, but I didn't feel crazy. Like all I was thinking about was food. And that's something that like I wanted to step away from. And that's something that like I noticed, I've lost weight before. I've lost, 25 pounds before, and I'm losing, and I just lost 25 pounds already this year again. And I'm at this point where I'm like, I'm getting crazy. I want these disgusting foods. I want these chocolates. I want these cookies. I want these muffins. I want these bad craving food that like, are gonna set you off and just spike you back up and get you to whatever level, whatever weight you were at before. And that's not what I want to do this time. This time I want to be energetic. I want to not feel like I'm starving. I want to feel like my metabolism is getting boosted. And so what I did to start all this is I took a diet break. I went home to Calgary for like a week, and I ate, you know, I didn't eat like a fat piece of shit, but I ate, you know, I enjoyed meals with my friends and my family, and I did track as best I could. You know, when I'm eating sushi, I try to, you know, eyeball it a little bit better, and I did those things, but I didn't aim for that caloric deficit. I just tried to eat, and I ate probably around 3,000 calories a day, and I felt good, and I felt really good. My guts, my GI felt really good, and I felt really good spending time with my family, and it really motivated me to come back in and being like, you know what, fuck it, let's hit these protein goals. We're gonna hit 180 grams every day, like bar none, like do my 10,000 steps. We're gonna up the steps. We're gonna start running. We're gonna start biking. And my mind was just like, let's just do all these things. But at the end of the day, what I wanted to really do was just like create, you know, a lifestyle that's sustainable, that allows me to eat the foods that I like, eat the foods that make me feel energetic, that make me feel powerful, make me feel, you know, like when you can see somebody's clarity in their eyes, when you can see somebody that they know what they want to do, and just feeling driven and disciplined. And that's what I wanted to do. And so, you know, I haven't had that feeling as I've been going down in weight for the last little bit. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let's try and do like a reset. Let's do a sugar fast. And what the sugar fast is basically just eating fruits, vegetables, you know, orange juices, stuff like that, with no fat, no protein. And that what worked for me at the time that I did it. And so I said, fuck it, let's kick it off. Let's kick it off again. And I told myself, you know what? Fuck it. Don't be afraid of the protein. Don't be afraid that you're not going to hit your protein goals. And that was the best thing that I found from that sugar diet, is that it made me not afraid of carbs. It made me not afraid of, now I'm afraid of fat. So let's be real. Like there is a new fear or whatever, but the fear of not getting enough fats, you know, like everybody thinks that you got to eat like lean protein, and you got to get like 60 grams of fats every day, and you got to get 180 grams of protein. And that's just, honestly, it's a bunch of bullshit. I think we've blown diets out of proportion, and the fact that we have to count every single macro, and every grocery store you go to is just telling you how much protein shit and is everything. It's like, dude, it's not that fucking deep, you know. To have a good diet, to be really lean, you got to eat good food. That is just like, that's just baseline, you know. It's like, it's got to be whole foods. It's got to be you know, nobody fat is eating a fuck ton of fruit. Nobody fat is eating like a shit ton of vegetables. And so I was like, all right, well, let's play around with this idea. Like, let's see if I can lower my protein, and you know, maybe that means lose like a gram of fat or a pound of fat. You know, this or a pound of muscle, because I didn't eat enough protein for fucking 7 days in a row, and see where I can get. Let's see how actually low I can get in weight, and see where we can get, and see what my physique looks like. Because realistically, the craziness that you get when you're on a diet, when you're dieting for a long time, which I was for basically the entire year, is not worth it, because everything else in your life starts to falter. And so that's why I wanted to change it up. And so what I am doing, and this is, I've taken fucking 8 minutes to get to this point in this video, but I am doing high carb, low fat. That's kind of the diet, and it's vegan. And that is a crazy move for me, because I've never done vegetarian, I've never done vegan before, but I'm gonna try it out. It's been almost a week, and I'm gonna keep tracking it where it's at. I'm down already a few pounds just in the last few days, which is, you know, we'll see as the weeks kind of progress and the weekly averages go. But I think this is a decision that I want to do. I'm not like super ethical, like I love animals and like I don't want them to, like, you know, but like, you know, there's, the more you learn about it, the more you're like, dude, it's kind of fucked up what we do and how we raise these things, and just like make them feel like shit, and then just eat them, and at least we're using them, you know. And that's something I can vibe with. And I'm not telling you what kind of diet to do, but I really like the high carb, low fat approach, because I love eating the fruits, and I like eating fruits more, and vegetables and starches and rice and potatoes, and I love feeling the energy, and I love feeling light, and that's what I'm getting from this. And I hope that's something that you can get from, you know, the new diet that you decide to do. And so I know I've been preaching a lot of protein and doing these things, but we're looking for results, and sometimes results require some, you know, some different change-ups. This is all just a science experiment, okay? At the end of the day, we are here just like testing it out, doing a trial and error of seeing what's going on. And so I'm fine-tuning this thing. So I'm keeping the gym up. I'm 4 days a week. I'm hitting my steps every day, and then I'm eating this diet, and this diet makes me feel fucking energetic, and it just makes me want to fucking move. You know, it makes me want to run again. It makes me want to bike again. And like, I haven't in a year, but today I went for my first run, and it was fucking awesome. It felt so easy. I felt lighter, because I was lighter, 25 pounds lighter than when I was running last year. And that's fucked. And I don't feel it. I don't feel anything. And I mean, it might kick in a couple days, the DOMs and whatever, but you know, it's very interesting. And that's kind of just where I've been just like, you know, going through kind of mentally like, all right, I'm plateaued. Why can't I fix it? Why am I getting all these cravings? How can I just mitigate that? And then how can I not be so fucking attached to all the food that I'm eating and like being like, oh, I gotta have these chocolates and things like that. No, just like actually just eating healthy ass food and seeing how I feel. And noticeably I'm feeling better. I'm noticeably, by eating a lot more fiber, I'm feeling better. My guts feel better. And that's a big thing for me because I have a history of gut issues, ulcerative colitis being one of them. And that's something we can talk about more on this channel as if you're interested, because it's something that, you know, deeply affects me and the people that I'm around, and something that I am becoming better at dealing with. So this video is fucking long, and it's like not, you know, it wasn't the greatest. I'm sure scripted it or something like that, but that's just what it is. And that's where I'm at right now. So I'm hitting the gym, I'm hitting my steps, I'm sleeping like a fucking bear right now. And I feel so good. I feel so energetic. I feel so loved. I feel so loving towards all my people. I feel compassionate. I feel patient with all my people. And that's something that I want to do. And I feel laser focused. And that's, you know, that's something I wasn't feeling the last few weeks. That's why you haven't seen a video from me, because I wasn't really into it. I was like making excuses, like, oh, my girlfriend's at home, I don't want to film a video, doing all this bullshit. But now I'm just like, fuck it. Any chance I get, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna post it, and we're gonna see what happens. Because this diet, you know, it was pretty trendy a few months ago, but I noticed really great results on it, and I'm gonna continue to do it, and I'll continue to show you the results that I'm getting. So if you like this video and if it resonated with you, and if you're thinking of trying a new thing and like not listening to the 100 grams of protein, whatever rules that I've created on this channel and everybody has created in the entire realm of YouTube and fitness, then, you know, try something different. That's okay. If you've been plateaued, try something different. That's okay. You're not giving up. You're not being a bitch. You're trying something new. And whatever. Fuck you. You want to stop eating meat? Stop eating meat. That's great. You don't have to. You can eat carnivore. You can eat whatever the fuck you want. Count your calories, you know, still monitor. That's what I'm still doing. I'm still monitoring these weights and how much I'm eating and stuff like that. But I noticed I'm dropping weight on 2,500 calories a day. Before I wasn't getting anywhere on 2,200. And it was fucked. I was feeling pissed. And I'm like, I'm not going to drop down to 1,800. I'm not a little fucking skinny bitch. Not yet. And until I am, I'm not really going to worry about that. And so, like, let's keep doing this. Keep pushing. You know, there's still a month and a half until January 1st, 2026, and that's what we're here for. We're here to fucking get lean. So we'll see. Right now, today I was 188. Let's see how low I can go in the next few weeks, in the next month and a half. I even booked a DEXA scan for February 1st, so I know that's a month later, but that will show the sustainability from how cut I'm gonna get at January 1st, and then go on vacation and then see on February 1st who I really am after a month of reintegrating. So try it if you want to. If you liked it, like it, subscribe it. See you in the next one, and we'll talk more about this. Always remember to rep the set, and I'll see you in the next one.